Hi, this is Ken. I just want to do a quick video to fill the gap. I'm sure others will do this after me and better, but I was looking for a short, get to the point, layman's video for a new machine that Lenovo has brought out, a new laptop, and I couldn't find one. So here it is. I bought this on September 5th, 2025. It is now September 21st, I believe, 2025. So I've had some time to play with this. I ordered this system direct from Lenovo on their website and actually built my own PC, which they allow you to do. It is the ThinkBook 16 Gen 8 with an Intel chip. The screen, you can see the specs, so I won't go over those. You can go to Lenovo's website and find this machine and look at all the specs. What I wanted to cover was the fact that I wanted a machine I could get quickly. This particular one said it ships in 2 days. Most of them don't say that, and especially if you custom build your PC, you're going to wait a couple weeks to get the laptop. In this case, it shipped 2 days after I ordered it. So I did a build your PC with a base price of $685, as you can see, and they put that thing in a package and sent it off to me 2 days later. So I was real pleased with that. I use it for in retirement for light gig work. I use Microsoft Word, occasionally Excel. I still freelance a few websites, but I do them only on Wix. But Wix is a web-based website builder that draws a lot of resources. So even though it's on the web and kind of an everyman's tool, if you're using Wix, you're going to want a little bit of power. You'll see my tab. I also use Atticus. And I'm in the middle of an Atticus project right now for a friend to get their book into the Kindle marketplace. So Atticus, I'll show you, is a web-based app, and it really sucks a lot of resources. This was actually the reason I bought this machine. So it's web-based, but it's very resource-heavy. And in helping this friend to realize my 9.5-year-old laptop, which was really powerful 9.5 years ago, it was an Asus Zen, and I was thrilled with it for years, just was chugging on this project, specifically with this app. So I went shopping, took a few hours, looked at Dell, looked at HP, some old standbys. I've never owned a Lenovo. So here are my impressions. First, this base model is just not enough if you're even going to do light gig work. Might be enough if you're going to do very casual web browsing. For what I do, this starts with 8 gigs of memory, 8 gigs of RAM, and 8 is barely enough for casual web browsing, and to future-proof even that, you're going to want to upgrade that to 16 gigs of RAM. In my case, I upgraded it to 32 gigs of RAM. 16 would be enough for now, but I want something that'll be enough 2 or 3 or 4 years from now, so I went with 32 gigs of RAM. I upgraded the 256 gig solid state hard drive to 512. 512 is almost barely enough, but I use external hard drives for offloading my storage. So that's not much of a problem. I did upgrade to a backlit keyboard. You really want to do that. It's $10, so do that. The fingerprint reader was another $10 or $20 upgrade. I did that. I don't use it, but I thought if I ever sell this or give it to someone else, they might want the fingerprint reader. I can't think of what else I might have upgraded on this. Oh yeah, I went to touchscreen. Touchscreen was a little bit more money, not a ton. As I remember, in the upgrade, it wasn't a huge cost, and why not? So I've used the touchscreen the last 2 weeks, maybe twice, but it's nice to have. This is a really solid feeling machine, and I'll let you look at all the pictures. You can go to Lenovo's website. I would encourage you to do that. And look at the photos. Everything they present in their photos and descriptions is 100% accurate. So it's very, very good machine. I don't think you'd be unhappy at all with it. I have used it about 5 hours a day since I bought it on September 5th. And again, today's the 21st. I'm averaging 5 hours a day of work. I spent the first couple days just tweaking and customizing it to my liking. And I messed it up about halfway through the second day so badly I corrupted, I think, a driver in there somewhere, and I'm fairly techie after all the years of what I've done, and I was just like too annoyed to try to fix it. I just did a factory reinstall back to out of the box, and what did I lose? 5 or 6 hours of work by pushing my machine a little too far. So most of you are not going to do that. If you do, I will let you know that the reset it to out of the box status worked splendidly, and machine, just lost a little work. That was all. Again, the entire machine is aluminum, which feels solid, and I love it, except the bottom, which you never see, which is some kind of real heavy duty composite plastic. I mean, it feels sturdy. This whole machine feels really sturdy. And I know everybody is, if you're a Lenovo person, you're stuck on the ThinkPad being the bee's knees. And I looked at that, and I just felt, maybe I'm wrong, that you're paying for a more durable physical machine, like just physically how it's built, more likely to survive your teenage kid dropping it on the floor or a student in a classroom. I have a teacher friend who says the school only buys ThinkPads because kids are rough on their machines. Well, I'm retired, I'm not that rough, and this is plenty sturdy and feels very enterprise level at a much lower cost than a ThinkPad would be. So I did compare Dell and HP. I didn't compare others. I looked at Zen. Zen, as much as I loved it before, didn't have what I wanted. But I really reviewed Dell and HP and all the reviews and spent several hours. And I was leery because Lenovo was new to me. But I'm glad I went with the Lenovo. So I don't want to drag this video out. I hope this is helpful to you. I've been, like I said, extremely pleased. The only minor complaint I had, and I'm just going to throw this out there on the internet because it's the internet, I had a less than happy experience with their sales department when I actually called them. Their customer service department was great, but their sales department I felt was not as knowledgeable as I felt they should have been and could have misled me. So if you are thinking about calling them, don't. Sorry, Lenovo. Just go online. Their online system to building your machine or buying what you want is perfect. I got it exactly as I ordered it. I got it exactly when they told me I should get it. It was UPS tracked. The entire buying experience, which I did after talking to their sales department, was splendid. I did not buy it through their phone sales department. I just went online after a disappointing phone call and did it myself. So that would be my encouragement. 8 gigs is not going to be enough for anybody. If you're just a casual user, upgrade to a 16 RAM system, 16 gigs of memory. Storage space, the hard drive for storage, that's just whatever you feel your need is. Definitely spring for the extra $10 for a backlit keyboard. Touchscreen is really personal choice, but it's so cheap to upgrade, why not? And I'll end with the final out the door price. So I added 1 year complete front of the line, hold your hand warranty service, and the drop and spill and break protection for a year, though they claim to have a waterproof, spill-proof keyboard. I don't want to find that out, but that's what they say. So I added all the extras, a 4-year Lenovo Advantage software program, which I've already enjoyed using. So that was like $60. It'll last 4 years. It was very good. So out the door price with tax and these add-ons, specifically the warranty and then the upgrades, was $1,203 out the door. So I would give a 5-star review to this machine, ThinkBook 16 Gen 8 with a 16-inch screen. I'm sure this comes also in a 14-inch screen, but I really like having the 16-inch screen. I'm an older guy in retirement and easy on my eyes. Oh, and final thing, I did a lot of review. This is as advertised, really good on the eyes. There's a refresh thing that goes on behind the scenes on all systems, all laptops now, to help with brightness. This apparently handles that better than a lot of the other ones I looked at. And I will just tell you, as an end user who's been using it 5 hours a day for 2 weeks, been really easy on these old eyes. It's got some certification. So I would highly recommend this just for older people whose eyes get tired and get headaches. I've really enjoyed that. I heard there was a 15-minute video review on YouTube I saw that really dissed the quality of the monitor. I am a 24-year experienced web designer and graphic designer, and let me tell you, this is not the machine at all for doing graphic design or professional web design. If you're charging people money for web design, this is not enough machine. Or if you're doing graphic design for money, this is not enough machine. It would be great for graphic design, like using Canva or Photoshop Lite or something like that to do social media graphic design, but not true professional graphic or video design. There's not enough power. The screen is not true color, true what you'd need for graphic design. For what I'm doing, helping a friend get his book on Kindle, helping another edit another book in Word, helping another friend redesign their website in Wix, where colors and vision matter. This screen is way more than adequate. I mean, if you start getting better screens, you're really upping the price, and I just didn't want to spend more than $1,000 on a machine. So, $1,200 out the door. I think the monitor is beautiful and perfect and easy on my eyes. And I know this video ran long, but I didn't want to forget that because that seems to be the only criticism that I've seen of this machine that I could find online. Though it's new. I think it came out in March of this year, and it's only September. So again, that's why I'm filming this video, and thanks for bearing with me. I had trouble finding video reviews of this, and I wanted a newer machine. Well, anyway, I hope you have a great day. I've enjoyed doing this, and now my conscience feels good that I have contributed to the discussion of the ThinkBook 16 Gen 8. Thanks.